It was already past midnight when Dr. William Haynes finally stepped out of Lab 3. His white coat stained with ink and fatigue. The corridors of Site-19 were unusually quiet, bathed in the pale, sickly flicker of fluorescent lights overhead. Only the low hum of distant machines filled the silence, a monotonous drone that somehow made the air feel heavier. Craving a moment of stillness, he wandered into the break room and poured himself a lukewarm coffee. As he stirred in sugar with a trembling hand, the door creaked open and Dr. Emily Clark stepped in. Her face, usually calm, looked pale and unsettled. "You okay?" William asked, his voice softer than usual. Emily gave a short nod, but her eyes didn't meet his. "New SCP shipment just came in. SCP-983. William vaguely remembered the memo. Something about a mechanical monkey toy. "That's the one with the circus outfit, right? Rings a bell?" Emily hesitated. "It sings. But if you touch it on your birthday, it doesn't just sing. Does something to you." He laughed, trying to dismiss the chill crawling up his spine. "Sounds like an urban legend." But Emily didn't smile. "One of the D-class from the loading team. It happened to be his birthday. They didn't check. He touched the thing and it started singing." William's coffee cup stilled midair. He tried to sing along. She continued, her voice shaking, but he couldn't keep up. "They said he aged 50 years in under 60 seconds. Collapsed before anyone could reach him." Silence hung between them like dust in the stale air. Then she added, almost like an afterthought, "The cleanup team found something afterward. Piece of candy. Black as obsidian. No one's figured out what it does." William didn't respond. He suddenly didn't want his coffee anymore. The next morning, he was reassigned to SCP-983's observation detail. The chamber itself was small, sterile, with one thick glass window and 2 armed guards stationed like statues near the door. Inside sat the toy, an antique mechanical monkey, dressed in a faded red and gold circus outfit. It held a small brass bell in one hand and a wand in the other. Its mouth was fixed in a permanent, uncanny grin. The glass eyes were clouded, but something about them felt aware. William sat down and opened his clipboard, trying to stay focused. That's when his phone buzzed. It was a message from his wife. "Happy birthday, sweetheart. Don't forget dinner tonight." His stomach dropped. Birthday. He'd completely forgotten. With a subtle tremble in his hand, he turned the screen face down. He glanced nervously at the monkey. It hadn't moved, but suddenly the room felt smaller. Emily entered moments later, clipboard in hand. "You're on this shift too?" He nodded stiffly, his throat dry. "Yeah, weird coincidence." Before she could reply, the intercom overhead crackled. "Dr. Haynes, Dr. Clark, report to Director Monroe's office immediately." They exchanged wary glances before stepping out. As they walked down the corridor, William froze. Somewhere behind him, faint and metallic, he heard it. The sound of a tiny bell ringing. He turned sharply, nothing. Emily didn't react. Maybe she hadn't heard it at all. Director Monroe was terse and clearly on edge. "Containment logs show the chamber door was unlocked briefly during your shift. Did either of you touch it?" "No," Emily answered quickly. "We followed protocol to the letter." Monroe leaned forward. "Dr. Haynes, you heard anything unusual?" William hesitated. "Maybe. A bell? Faint. Just once." Monroe gestured sharply. "Check the feed." Back in the monitoring room, William pulled up the footage. At 12:47 p.m., the screen flickered, a visual glitch just half a second. The monkey had moved, no longer facing the wall. Its glass eyes were now staring directly into the camera. "What the hell?" Emily whispered. Before he could respond, the speaker system screamed to life. A high-pitched, distorted version of the Happy Birthday song blasted into the room. The tune was warped, childlike, mechanical, yet wrong in every possible way. William grabbed his ears. Emily scrambled to shut down the audio system. The moment the sound cut, William looked up. Through the observation glass, SCP-983 now faced them, its bell raised. "We need to report this," Emily whispered. But they never got the chance. The door to the containment room unlatched itself and swung open with a groan. Something took hold of William's legs. Not physically, but deeper, like invisible strings tugging at his bones. He stepped forward unwillingly. Emily shouted his name, but it was distant, muffled. His body betrayed him. As he crossed the threshold, SCP-983 sprang to life. With impossible agility, it performed a backflip, landing with a metal clatter. Then it began to sing. A ring-ding-ding-ding. It's your birthday. William tried to retreat, but his limbs refused to move. The toy's grin seemed wider now. Its voice grew sharper, faster. A ring-ding-ding-ding. It's your birthday. His chest tightened. His joints ached. He felt his body aging, his hair turned brittle, his vision blurred, his skin sagged. Somewhere in his mind, a memory surfaced, the containment protocol. Sing along. Perfectly. He opened his mouth. A ring-ding-ding. Too slow. Pain like knives shot through his spine. His knees buckled. He tried again, this time syncing with the rhythm. A ring-ding-ding-ding, it's your birthday. The monkey tilted its head as if studying him. Then, with a loud mechanical click, it flipped again and spat out a translucent, glowing candy. William collapsed to the floor. Emily rushed in, dragging him out of the room. His skin was sagging, his breath shallow. You did it, she whispered. You beat it. He looked down. The candy shimmered with unnatural warmth. The report said it can reverse the aging. Trembling, he swallowed it. Within seconds, the pain eased. His joints relaxed. Wrinkles faded. He felt whole again. But peace would not come. Days later, William filed for transfer. He couldn't stand being near that thing again. But the nightmares persisted. The song echoed in his head, especially at night. And then, on the eve of his next birthday, just as he closed his eyes, he heard it. A soft chime. From the corner of his room. His phone buzzed. From unknown number. A ring, ding ding ding. It's your birthday. He sat upright, heart frozen. Because some songs don't end when the music stops.